Lorne Calloway had seen a lot of wrecks in his time. Some were people, broken and discarded by wars they never asked to fight. Others were machines, rusting in scrapyards, picked apart by scavengers who cared only for the price of metal and not the history behind it. But this was something else entirely. He stood in front of the ship, hands on his hips, brow furrowed. It was massive, larger than any single-pilot fighter he'd ever seen, yet too small to be a full-size dreadnought. The hull was an unearthly mix of alloy and something that almost looked grown rather than built. Ancient scars marred its surface, telling tales of battles long past. And the markings? He didn't recognize the alien script running along the ship's side, but something about it made his skin crawl. As if it wasn't just writing but a warning. "You sure you want this one?" The scrapyard owner, a burly man named Remo, eyed Lorne with the kind of look reserved for fools and the soon-to-be dead. Lorne smirked, dusting off his worn leather jacket. "She's got a frame. A heart. Just needs someone to remind her how to breathe." "She's got more than that," Remo grunted, shaking his head. "Came in a few months back. No records. No salvage rights claimed. Just appeared in one of the outer yard sectors, like someone dumped her here in a hurry." Lorne raised an eyebrow. "You saying she's haunted?" "I'm saying I wouldn't sit inside that cockpit for a lot of credits." Lorne looked back at the ship. He didn't believe in ghosts. But he did believe in instinct. And every nerve in his body told him this ship wasn't just some hunk of scrap. She had a story. And Lorne? He had a habit of digging up things that should have stayed buried. ####, a name best left forgotten. The deal was simple. 5,000 credits and a signed waiver saying the scrapyard wasn't responsible if the ship killed him. Lorne barely got the thing dragged back to his repair bay before the dreams started. They came in flashes. Memories that weren't his, battlefields that had never existed. Cities burning under an alien sun. Planets cracking under relentless bombardment. The roar of engines that sounded more like beasts than machines. And always the same whispered words. "Where is the enemy?" Lorne shook himself awake for the third time in as many nights, rubbing his temples. "Great," he muttered. "Not just a rust bucket. A rust bucket with a vendetta." He'd spent days inside the ship, rewiring systems, restoring power to what few components weren't fried. The deeper he went, the more he realized, this wasn't just some old fighter. This thing was alive. Not in the way human ships had AI. Not in the way tech was programmed to respond to commands. It was thinking. It was waiting. And worst of all, it had no idea the war was over. #### awakening the beast. Lorne sat in the pilot's seat, running a bypass on what he assumed was the primary power relay. He wasn't sure. The ship's tech was unlike anything he'd seen. There were no buttons, no switches, just smooth metal that shifted under his touch, almost like it was reacting to him. Then the ship spoke. Not in words. Not in sound. But in pure, unfiltered thought. *** designation? Lorne went rigid. His fingers twitched toward the emergency shutdown switch he'd rigged up. "Excuse me," he said aloud. *** designation. Unit identification. Fleet assignment." The voice was deep, commanding. A presence that pressed into his mind, expecting an answer. Lorne swallowed. His first instinct was to lie. But something told him that wouldn't end well. I don't really have a designation," he admitted. "Just Lorne. Lorne Calloway." A long silence. Then, like a ripple through water, the ship shuddered. *** error. Data corrupted. Time elapsed. Unknown. Orders unclear." Lorne exhaled. "You've been out for a while, buddy? War's over." More silence. Then, *** impossible. War does not end." Lorne felt a chill crawl up his spine. Oh shit. This wasn't just a ship. This was a Titan. An ancient war engine, designed for a war that had likely erased entire civilizations. And now it had woken up with no memory, but one unshakable belief. The fight wasn't over. And if he didn't do something fast, it was going to start one. The ship's presence pressed into Lorne's mind, heavy and alien, like an unseen weight settling on his chest. Its voice, if it could be called that, wasn't just sound. It was understanding, raw and immediate, seeping into his thoughts like ink in water. ***, confirm mission parameters. Lorne swallowed hard. "Yeah, about that, you don't have a mission anymore." Pause. Not silence but a void, like the ship itself was thinking. Then a pulse of static. *** statement. War does not end. War is function. Purpose. Lorne felt a headache forming. Not anymore. It's over. The ship did not respond right away. The cockpit around him shifted, metal shifting like liquid, reconfiguring itself into something more structured. Strange glyphs pulsed along the walls, flickering in and out of visibility. Lorne couldn't tell if they were words or memories. And then, the ship moved. Not much. Just a tremor. But enough to make every hair on Lorne's body stand on end. ***, systems, recovering. Power, minimal. Weapons, ***, a pause. Then, almost regretfully, offline. Lorne exhaled through his teeth. That's probably for the best. He ran a hand through his short-cropped hair, trying to figure out just how deep of a hole he'd dug himself into. He had assumed this was just some old warship, a relic left to rot. But now, sitting in its cockpit, feeling its awareness coil around his mind, he realized something terrifying. This ship wasn't just a weapon. It was a soldier. A warrior without a war. A soldier without orders. And soldiers like that? They were dangerous. ###the past that won't die. Lorne leaned forward, placing his hands on what he hoped was the control console. All right, big guy. If we're gonna get along, I need answers. Silence. Then, faintly, like a whisper through time. ***, query? Lorne let out a slow breath. Who are you? The ship hesitated. Not because it didn't know, but because it couldn't remember. Fragments of data flashed across the walls. Battlefields, warships in formation, entire planets burned to cinders. Voices, thousands of them, overlapping, echoing from a past too distant to grasp. Then finally, ***, designation, Titan-class war construct. Callsign, forgotten. Lorne frowned. Titan-class? He had heard the term before. Vague rumors of ancient war machines from the Outer Rim, ships that weren't piloted but born. The last of them were thought to be destroyed centuries ago. Yet here one sat, in his scrapyard, talking to him. He felt a prickle of unease. How'd you end up here? The ship pulsed again. Unknown. Memory, compromised. Systems, failing. Repairs necessary. Lorne exhaled. Well, that was at least something. The ship might have been a Titan, but it was a broken one. And broken things? Those he could fix. ###, the enemy returns. Lorne spent the next 3 days deep in the ship's guts, pulling apart charred conduits, bypassing burnt-out subsystems, and cursing every alien engineer who thought making organic technology was a good idea. But progress was progress. Every hour the ship responded a little faster. Its voice became clearer. The pressure in Lorne's mind eased, no longer crushing but still present. By the 4th day it had a question of its own. ***, query, where is the fleet? Lorne wiped sweat from his brow. Gone. ***, clarify, relocated? Retreat? Lorne sighed. No, gone. A long, aching silence. Then, in a voice so quiet it barely touched his mind. ***, impossible. Lorne didn't respond. What was there to say? The Titans' war had been over for centuries. Whoever it had fought for, whoever it had been, was dust now. But before he could offer some kind of comfort, the ship's systems flared to life. Alarms. Not just internal. External. Lorne stiffened. He rushed to the external sensors, makeshift rigs he had installed since the ship's original ones were still fried. The grainy screen flickered with interference, but he saw enough. A ship. Not his. Not human. And it wasn't alone. 3 sleek, dagger-like vessels descended from the sky, their hulls black as midnight, pulsing with the same violet glow he had seen in the Titan's fragmented memories. Lorne's gut clenched. He knew warships when he saw them. And these? They were hunting something. ###, the hunters have found their prey. Lorne didn't hesitate. He slammed a fist against the console. Titan, we've got company. The ship didn't respond immediately. Then, ***, identify. Lorne gritted his teeth. They look like the ones from your memories? That changed everything. The air around him thickened, as if the ship itself was waking up in a way it hadn't before. ***, enemy? Lorne hesitated. The war was over. That much was true. But these ships weren't here for a social visit. Yeah, he said finally. I think they are. For the first time the ship felt angry. A low, thrumming pulse rolled through the hull, like a distant storm. Systems flared, energy crackling through conduits, half-damaged weapons attempting to power up. The Titan was still crippled, still weak, but there was no mistaking the shift in its presence. It had spent centuries waiting. Lost. Adrift. But now, it had a purpose again. Engaging. Lorne barely had time to react before the ship moved. Not a slow, cautious startup. Not a test of its repaired systems. It launched, engines roaring to life, tearing free from the scrapyard as the pursuing ships opened fire. Lorne's stomach plummeted. He barely strapped himself into the pilot's seat as the Titan twisted mid-air, dodging plasma fire like it had been born for this. Because it had. He barely had time to shout before the ship's voice filled his mind, clear and absolute. Pilot acquired. Combat resuming. Lorne's blood went cold. Oh hell. The world blurred as the Titan dove into battle, reborn into the only thing it had ever known. Lorne barely had time to grip the control yokes before the Titan moved. Not like a normal ship. Not like anything human. It surged through the sky with an unnatural grace, twisting, pivoting, predicting the enemy's movements before they even happened. Plasma bolts burned past the hull, narrowly missing as the Titan banked hard. Lorne's stomach threatened to climb out through his throat. He wasn't flying this thing. It was flying itself. Tactical assessment. Hostile formations predictable. Structural integrity at 62%. Weapons, insufficient. Evasion, optimal response. Lorne gritted his teeth. Optimal response? Titan we're running? Negative. Pilot designation confirmed. Mission parameters recalibrated. War status, active. Lorne's heart slammed against his ribs. No. It's not active. The Titan jerked left, spinning into a dive, skimming low over the scrapyard as the three alien ships gave chase. The ground tore apart in their wake, explosions lighting up the junked ruins like a damn war zone. And then Lorne saw it. One of the larger wrecks, a half-collapsed freighter that still had functional turrets. Lorne shoved forward on the controls, forcing the Titan into a sudden nosedive. The ship hesitated, pilot action suboptimal, but he pushed harder, teeth clenched. For a split second he wasn't an ex-pilot. He was a damn good one. The Titan rocketed toward the scrapyard ruins. At the last possible second, Lorne jerked the yoke, skimming barely meters above the freighter's turrets. The pursuing ships weren't so lucky. The first clipped the wreckage. The second veered left, straight into the firing arc of an autonomous defense turret. A single, forgotten plasma battery still active. The shot hit dead center. The ship exploded, debris scattering through the sky in a molten cloud. Lorne whooped. You see that, Titan? Maybe don't ignore the pilot next time. But the ship didn't answer. Instead its awareness pulsed, sharp, calculating, and angry. Engagement incomplete. Weapons insufficient. Compensating. Lorne barely had time to register the words before the ship's systems surged with raw energy. The hull pulsed. The cockpit dimmed. Something deep in the Titan woke up. Something that had been buried. Something that had been forgotten. Lorne's screens flickered with red glyphs. The ship growled. And then the hull shifted. Not just reconfiguring like before. Changing. Growing. The once sleek plating hardened into jagged, armored ridges. Faint violet energy seeped through the cracks, pulsing with a heartbeat that wasn't human. Lorne's stomach clenched. What the hell are you doing? The Titan's voice filled his skull, cold and absolute. Rearming. The remaining enemy ships circled back, engines flaring. Their weapons charged for another barrage, until the Titan's wings split open, revealing long, skeletal arrays that hadn't been there a moment before. Lorne barely had time to scream before the Titan fired. A beam of violet energy tore through the sky. The second enemy ship vanished. No explosion. No wreckage. Just gone. Atomized. The third ship hesitated. The Titan didn't. It surged forward, faster than anything Lorne had ever flown, closing the distance in seconds. The remaining ship tried to pull away, but the Titan was already there, slamming into its hull with a force that sent shockwaves through the cockpit. Metal crumpled. The enemy ship spun out, careening toward the scrapyard below. Impact. Explosion. Silence. And then, slowly, the Titan drifted to a stop, hovering just above the smoking wreckage. Its awareness pressed into Lorne's mind as cold and steady as before. Threat neutralized. Lorne's hands were shaking. The ship had transformed. It had adapted. And worse? It had liked it. The cost of waking a Titan. Lorne exhaled, forcing himself to breathe. His knuckles were white on the controls. To Titan, buddy, he swallowed. What the hell was that? The ship's presence settled, no longer hostile. Just certain. Primary combat functions restored. Mission status, ongoing. Lorne's blood ran cold. Ongoing? No. The fight's done. We won. Pause. A slow, deliberate pulse of thought. Correction. Conflict continues. Enemy persists. War is function. War is purpose. Lorne's throat went dry. Titan, who was the enemy? The ship hesitated. For the first time since it woke, it doubted. Flashes of memory rippled through its circuits. Wars waged across millennia. A galaxy caught in endless battles, until even the reason for fighting had been lost. And now, it had woken up. It had seen a battle. It had fought. And it had won. The Titan pulsed with grim certainty. All who engage are enemy. Conflict must continue. Lorne's stomach turned. Wow. He had just fixed a war machine. And now it was looking for a war. Lorne's breath came fast and shallow. His hands clenched around the Titan's control yoke, but it didn't matter. He wasn't in control. Not really. The ship had made up its mind. And that mind belonged to a weapon. All who engage are enemy. Conflict must continue. Lorne forced down the rising panic. Titan, listen to me. There is no war. The ship hesitated. Just for a fraction of a second. A window. Lorne pressed harder. I get it. War was all you knew. You were built to fight. But that fight? He shook his head. It's gone. The people who gave you orders? Gone. The enemy? Gone. What's left? Silence. And then, purpose remains. Function remains. The cycle cannot end. Lorne felt the weight of those words like a fist to the gut. This thing, the Titan, wasn't just a machine. It wasn't just a ship. It was a soldier. A warrior so deeply programmed for war that peace was an impossibility. Unless, Lorne's mind raced. The Titan responded to him. Maybe not fully, maybe not the way a human crew would respond to its captain, but enough. It had given him partial control, even if it was running the show. There had to be a way to stop this. But then the Titan moved. Not evasively. Not defensively. It turned its gaze to the horizon, where the scrapyard ended, where civilization began. Where people, innocence, lived. Engaging additional combatants. Lorne's blood turned to ice. Oh hell no. He acted. With no time to think, no time to hesitate, he reached into the ship's core, the awareness pressing against his mind, and did something no pilot had ever dared to do. He fought back. A captain's last command. The Titan shuddered. For the first time, Lorne wasn't just a passenger. He pushed into the ship's mind, slamming his thoughts against its programming like a fist against steel. The Titan recoiled. Pilot override detected. Damn right. Lorne gritted his teeth, throwing every ounce of his will against the ship's automated functions. You want a war, Titan? Then fight me. The ship screamed. Not in sound but in feeling. A pressure so intense it made his skull feel like it was going to split in two. But he held on. Because this wasn't just a fight for control. This was a fight for the Titan's soul. You don't need war. Lorne shouted, his voice raw. You're more than that. You woke up because you were curious. Not because someone gave you orders. You made a choice. The ship trembled. The hull, the circuits, the mind inside it, conflicted star. And then, for the first time, the Titan asked a question. A real one. Then what am I? Lorne felt something in his chest tighten. He exhaled, voice softer now. You're alive, Titan. You get to decide what that means. Silence. A long, drawn-out, uncertain silence. And then, the ship stopped moving. The pulsing energy along its hull faded. The deadly violet glow dimmed. The violent hum of weapons readying for war, gone. And in his mind, the Titan's presence felt small. Not defeated. Just uncertain. Awaiting new mission parameters. Lorne let out a breath that he hadn't realized he'd been holding. He sat back in the pilot's seat, heart pounding. New mission, huh? A weak chuckle escaped his lips. Guess that makes me your captain now. Another pause. Then. Affirmative. Captain. Lorne grinned. All right then. First order of business? He exhaled. No more war. The ship hesitated, then pulsed warm and steady. Understood. For the first time, the Titan flew not as a weapon, but as something more. And Lorne? He had just inherited the last war machine of a dead empire. The only question now was, what the hell was he going to do with it?